Hey, Kristen, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. I wanted to start off and ask you, with playing a character like this that's so kind of, I suppose, recognizable, and has been written about so much and has been talked about so much, for you as an actor, what was the way that you came to understand the character? I mean, was it from reading the script? Was it from getting the accent? Was it from, I don't know, costume? Or was it when you got onto set? Or did you ever reach a point where you actually understood the character?
Uh, I mean, ironically, she was in this so singularly unique position. You can't really, there are no comparisons to her.
Yeah.
It is hard to relate to her. That's kind of her plight. Um, but in contrast to that, she's also one of the most available, um, sort of disarmingly casual, normal feeling people. And I think that every picture that I've seen of her, every video I've ever watched of her, whether or not she was doing an interview that she had organized, or if it was like something where she was walking off a boat and kissing her children, um, it always feels a little bit like unpredictable and dangerous. And that could be just me projecting because we ultimately know what happened. And I don't think there was a point where I ever felt like I knew anything in terms of like historical accuracy. There are facts that we can put together that we do know, but primarily it was trying to sort of just tap into a feeling. It was daunting and intimidating to try and take on the idea that I'm playing one of the most loved and wonderful people in the world. But from an insider's perspective, my impression of her is quite wonderful. I like her. She makes me feel good. It's like a God-given talent. She has this thing that is pretty rare, and it impacted the world. It just really impacted the world we live in and changed it. And yeah, I don't think there was ever a specific moment where I went like, "Whoa, I'm really nailing this." I just kind of had to suspend any outside perspective. I had to just be in the middle of it and be selfish and just go,
Yeah.
what's going
Yeah.
to feel good? Um, Make sure nothing you do is like completely wrong. I did take smoking out of the movie. She goes outside in the original script. She goes outside to have a cigarette with Sally Hawkins' character, who's kind of the one solace she has in the movie, other than
Yeah.
her boys. And she goes outside for a smoke, and I was like, well, for anyone that really loves Diana, that will pull them out of the movie because I mean, like this, she just absolutely hated cigarettes. But then there were contradictory details, like did she curse? Some people said she never cursed. Some people said she did all the time, and that she could just like destroy. She could just decimate the staff if she wasn't in a good
Yeah.
mood. Um, so there are lots of perspectives. Not all of them go together. We kind of just tried to learn about all of them and then pick and choose and be present and open and curious.
Yeah. Um, I would imagine. I mean, I saw the film last week, and you were fantastic in it. But it struck me that it was really, or it must have been a very very difficult shoot because I mean, just because of like the nature of the script, that it's this woman who is trapped by history and trapped by the nature of her relationship with the royal family and so on and so forth. Um, I mean, can you talk a little bit? I mean, without getting too personal, I guess. I mean, how was it for you to shoot it all? Like, I mean, was it tough on your mental state, or what was it like?
I felt so bad for her. I was
Yeah,
so protective of her. So the whole time I felt like that was really enlivening. Like I kind of couldn't run out of steam. I was tired and exhausted and freezing cold and whatever, but I was also really beautifully supported by the director and the photographer. And
mm,
my acting coach, my dialect coach, was also really invested in a pretty unique way. I was never as lonely as her. I always had my friends there. We, yeah. I mean, look, she had a sort of uh, uh, unruly, flickery flame that just sort of always felt
Yeah.
like it could have gone out at any moment, but it didn't. And she got herself out before that wick started smoking. And like, she was so alive to me that there were moments where it would like kind of crash over me, or sort of like I would just remember like what ultimately happened, and I would be shattered. Twice a week I'd go, oh my God, I can't believe that, I can't believe what happened. I
Yeah.
still literally
Yeah.
sitting here right now, I cannot believe that that's what happened. So yeah, it was exhausting and cold and whatever, but the whole time I was just like, I will run for you. I think my feet looked like ballerina feet. Paula was always like, go faster. It's like, I cannot walk any faster. But the movie is her running from something. So the whole thing was just
Yeah.
a sprint. But it also was really fun. It's fun to be her, even though like her life at times, for lack of a better word, sucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
It also, she has beautiful skin to live in, and it really empowered me. It was like a joyous experience.
Will they kill me, do you think?